Next time you see me, I need you to bring me $20,000 in cash.
Why?
Because I need to be dead.
Every month, Netflix drops hundreds of titles. Most of them are forgettable. A few are genuinely worth your time, and one of them should not exist. Yet somehow, it does. This June, 6 films are landing on Netflix. Most people will completely scroll past them. That is a mistake. One of them stars Oscar Isaac, Al Pacino, Jason Momoa, and Martin Scorsese. All of them playing dual roles. Critics could not agree on what they had just watched. Some called it a masterpiece. Others called it a disaster. Nobody landed in the middle. We watched it. We have an opinion. But before we get there, these are the Netflix films everyone will miss in June 2026. Do not be everyone.
Wait, how does she not know that her sister changed her number?
Number 6. Mexico 86. Colombia was supposed to host the 1986 World Cup. Then they quit. FIFA panicked. And one man saw an opportunity. Mexico had never won the World Cup, but in 1986, it became the first country to host it twice. That did not happen by accident. Diego Luna plays the man who cons his way through FIFA, outmaneuvering the United States to bring the tournament home. This is not a film about football. It is a film about audacity, about one man deciding the rules do not apply to him, and somehow being right. Steeped in satire and dark humor, this is the kind of true story that sounds completely made up, until you realize it actually happened. Do not scroll past this one. Number 5. I Am Frankelda.
What I really want is to be a writer.
Every frame of this film was built by hand. Not generated, not rendered, built. 4 years. 2 brothers, and enough belief to mortgage their own houses to finish it. This is Mexico's first ever feature-length stop-motion film, directed by 2 protégés of Guillermo del Toro himself. And del Toro does not attach his name to things that do not deserve it. In 19th century Mexico, a gifted writer refuses to be silenced. Her darkness has a cost. And in a world drowning in AI-generated content, 2 people built something real. Frame by frame, monster by monster. That alone is worth your time.
I want to bring in another writer, a human.
Number 4. Voicemails for Isabelle. Here's the premise. A woman loses her sister, and she cannot stop talking to her. So she keeps calling her number, leaving voicemails, telling her everything. The job that is destroying her, the grief she cannot put into words anywhere else. What she does not know is that her sister's number was reassigned, and a stranger has been listening to every single word. This film is not really about romance. It is about what people say when they think nobody is listening, and what happens when the most honest version of yourself reaches someone who was never supposed to hear it. The premise alone is more original than anything else Netflix is releasing this month. Most people will mistake this for a light watch. It is not a light watch. Number 3 on this list is where this gets uncomfortable. Netflix put money behind a film its own audience cannot agree on. Some think it is bold. Others think it is a disaster. That film is next.
This is dumb, but
Number 3, Office Romance.
She's incredible.
Critics hate it. Audiences cannot stop watching it. That is the Jennifer Lopez problem, and it has never gone away. Office Romance dropped June 5th, 54% on Rotten Tomatoes. Critics split directly down the middle. But Lopez does not make films for critics. She makes films for people who actually watch Netflix on a Friday night. And those people keep showing up. An airline CEO, a company lawyer, a secret that cannot stay secret. R-rated, raunchy, completely unapologetic. The real question is not whether this film is good. The real question is why critics keep underestimating what Lopez understands about her audience. She has figured something out. The audience has already made up its mind. Critics are still catching up. 2 films left. Number 2 will divide this comment section. And number 1 should not exist. But somehow, it does. Number 2, Little Brother, June 26th. John Cena plays a man with a perfect life, perfect job, perfect family, perfect control over everything around him. Then Eric Andre shows up, and perfect becomes a memory. This is not a safe comedy. The director made Ingrid Goes West, a film about identity, obsession, and the performance of a perfect life. He did not suddenly decide to make something harmless. Andre's performance carries the energy of someone purposely stress testing another person's identity. That is not a comedy premise. That is a psychological premise wearing a comedy costume. Most studios stopped making comedies built around discomfort. Netflix just made one anyway.
I just want my husband back.
One film left. We told you at the start. One film on this list should not exist. Yet somehow, it does. That film is next. Number 1. In the Hand of Dante. This film should not exist. Not because it is bad, because it should have been impossible to make. Oscar Isaac plays 2 roles, a modern-day crime writer and Dante Alighieri himself in 14th century Italy. Al Pacino, Jared Butler, Martin Scorsese, and Jason Momoa are all somehow part of this, which raises an obvious question. How did anyone get this financed? This film premiered at Venice Film Festival. Most critics called it the worst film there. It currently sits at 22% on Rotten Tomatoes. And yet, Variety called it a film that pulsates with life. Nobody who watched it felt nothing. That is rarer than any masterpiece. A film that genuinely divides people is more interesting than a film everyone politely agrees is good. This is that film. June 24th on Netflix. Watch it and come back to tell us which side you landed on. Because nobody is landing in the middle.
Are you alright?
Yeah, forgive me. Something for me.
6 films. Most of them will be scrolled past. All of them deserve better than that. Mexico 86, available now. I Am Frankelda, June 12th. Voicemails for Isabelle, June 19th. Office Romance, available now.
Do you believe in magic?
Little Brother, June 26th. And In the Hand of Dante, June 24th. Watch at least one of them, because by next month, everyone will be talking about a different set of releases, and these will already be forgotten. If this video helped you find something worth watching, subscribe. Every month, we cut through the noise and find the films most people miss. While everyone else is watching the same 3 things, do not be everyone.
Gracias a mí.